It's a waltz, this one. Remember that. That's what John Lennon told the nearly 56,000 fans at the Beatles' historic August 15th, 1965 concert at Shea Stadium when he introduced the song Babies in Black. Now, it was a small moment at the concert, but in retrospect, it was kind of a pivotal one because it signaled the growing infatuation that was happening between rock and roll and pop music in general and the waltz. This was kind of an unlikely romance. I mean, the waltz was music that originated in the 16th century in Central Europe and is rooted in 3/4 time. Rock and roll is a form that originated in the 20th century in the American South as emphatically in 4/4 time with a big backbeat. But there were some similarities. They were both created by and for working class people. They both looked down upon by the elites and seen as licentious and scandalous when they first emerged before ultimately gaining respectability. But I think when we talk about the intersection of the waltz and pop music of the 1960s, one way in which the waltz infiltrated the music of the day was through folk and country music, both of which had a tradition of using waltzes. And of course, one of the biggest folk artists of the early 1960s was Bob Dylan. He had written some early songs that were waltzes, such as Masters of War, but a big one was The Times They Were Changin', which was a top 10 hit in England, and it became an anthem that was covered by the Byrds, the Beach Boys, and various other people. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accepted that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. The time to you is worth saving. Then you're gonna start swimming and sink like a stone. All the time they're changing. Now, around the time that The Times They Were Changin' was on the singles charts in England, the Beatles were recording a waltz, which was also in G, like The Times They Were Changin', and had some of the same feel as the Dylan song. This was John Lennon's song, You Gotta Hide Your Love Away. Here I stand, head in hand, turn my face to the wall. If she's gone, I can't go on, feeling 2 foot small. Now, before the Beatles had recorded You Gotta Hide Your Love Away, they had already done a waltz with Babies in Black, which they played at Shea Stadium. Oh dear, what can I do? Babies in black and I'm feeling blue. Tell me, oh, what can I do? They'd also attempted to do one of their early songs, I'll Be Back, in waltz time before ultimately rejecting that idea. As a waltz, it went something like this. You know, if you break my heart, I'll go, but I'll be back again. Well, we're talking about songs that were attempted in waltz time before they went back to standard time. You've got Dylan's biggest ever hit, Like a Rolling Stone, which he tried early on in the studio as a waltz. Once upon a time you dressed so fine, 3 bumps of dime in your pride. People call, said me red doll, you're bound to fall, you thought they were all you. At the end of 1965, the Beatles had a #1 hit in both the US and England with the song We Can Work It Out, which had a bridge that included a section in waltz time, apparently suggested by George Harrison. This is the bridge. Life is very short and there's no time. This is the waltz part. Fussing and fighting nothing. I have always thought that it's a crime, but I will ask you once again. The Beatles' 1967 album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, had a waltz presence there. One of the most prominent songs, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, its verses are in waltz time. Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and moonlit sky. Another song on the album, being for the benefit of Mr. Kite, goes to waltz time in the middle, and they actually announce it by singing, and of course Henry the Horse dances the waltz. In early 1969, when the Beatles were working on the Let It Be album, George Harrison introduced the song "I Be Mine," which you can hear him in the Let It Be film describing as a heavy waltz. All through the day, I be mine, I be mine, I be mine. All through the night, I be mine, I be mine, I be mine. One of the most popular songwriters of the mid to late 60s, Burt Bacharach, loved to play with time signatures, and he had a big hit with a waltz recorded by Tom Jones, title song for a film, What's New Pussycat? What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. The title song of the Byrds' third album, Fifth Dimension, was also in waltz time. How could it be that I come on to you and be still floating? And then I touch bottom and keep falling through, just relaxed and paying attention. One of the most popular groups of that period, the Young Rascals, had a major hit with a waltz called How Can I Be Sure? Whenever I'm away from you, I wanna die, 'cause you know I wanna stay with you. The Kinks, on their masterpiece 1968 album, The Village Green Preservation Society, had a song called All of My Friends Were There. And in the chorus, it goes into a waltz. All of my friends were there, not just my friends, but their best friends too. All of my friends were there, now I don't care. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys also went through a period where he was kind of fascinated with waltzes, and the title song of the Beach Boys' 1968 album, Friends, was a waltz. We've been friends now for so many years. We've been together through good times and the tears. Brian also wrote a beautiful waltz during the same period called Time to Get Alone, which was on the Beach Boys' 2020 album. I looked at you, baby, and what did I see? I saw love in your eyes, and it feels so good inside. Now I'm going to wrap this up by cheating a little bit, referring to a song that was actually recorded in early 1970. But it's an important song in that it was the first top 40 hit that Neil Young ever had as a solo artist. And this is the song, Only Love Can Break Your Heart. 'Cause only love can break your heart. Time to be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. But if the world should fall apart, I think I just kind of scratched the surface with some of these songs. There's so many pop songs of this period that were written in waltz time. If there are any that you think of that you want to bring to my attention, I would love it. And thank you all so much for watching. Take care.